there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to a Scrapper's Topsy Turvy Valentine's Hop. So today we are documenting things we love that are not our loved ones, as in people or pets. So what I am actually documenting, it kind of looks like I'm documenting this place. Oh, and we were also supposed to use Valentine's related products. So this is really the only Valentine's stuff that I can think of that I have. It's from Elle Studio circa 2013. I don't keep a lot of Valentine's stuff because I don't specifically document Valentine's Day. My husband and I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day per se. We try to just do something around that time frame that's kind of special, but neither one of us really like to go out on Valentine's Day because it tends to be really busy, especially in our area. And so we'd rather go understated and do something on a different day. And honestly, if you're showing your love to your loved one, whenever it happens to be, you could use those lovey-dovey type of products. But I do have a lot of hearts in my stash. I just don't have a lot of Valentine's red and pink stuff. So this is what I'm working with. And what I have chosen to document today is not necessarily the place here, although this year, this is the location that we had our annual scrapbooking retreat. It's a retreat I've gone to for, I want to say, 10 years at least. My friend who normally hosted it, this would have been her 20th year hosting it, and the place that we normally had gone to upped their rates by so much, and then they had some other additional requirements that it was not feasible for us to use that location. And so I kind of took over for her because she didn't really have the bandwidth to go looking for a new location. And this is the location we found. It is in California, about an hour and a half from my house, and it's called Grand Island Retreats. And they can't host as many people as we used to have. We used to have about between 20 to 24 people. They can have about 14. And so we kind of had to change things up a bit, and it is now a retreat that I'm hosting rather than my friend hosting. She's kind of retired from it, but we have a lot of the same people there that had been there in the past. And so what I'm really documenting is my love of retreats, not necessarily the specific location, but I do love that this location is close and it has everything that we really wanted. It also doesn't have any stairs, which is a nice plus, which, our past retreat was definitely a 2-story and you had to go up and down to your rooms, which is not a big deal for most people, but for a few of our attendees, it was a little bit hard on them. So this is just a really nice place, and the beds are nice. The kitchen facility is amazing. Our previous location did not have an amazing kitchen. They really didn't have a kitchen at all. They had a microwave, a sink, and a refrigerator. And then we hired a private chef who would bring in electric fry pans, and then she would grill stuff on the barbecue that they had and that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you had to eat in their cafeteria, and their cafeteria food was a little bit lacking. And so, we kind of made do. So this place is a lot nicer in some respects. I do miss some things about our other location, but you know what? Anytime you change up things like this, it's always a give and take. And so, again, I'm not really documenting the location specifically, but that we found a place that we could continue to have a large group of us get together. So that's what I'm documenting, my love of scrapbooking retreats. And I really enjoy it. I enjoy getting together with my friends. I enjoy the camaraderie and being able to learn from other people and see what they're doing. I enjoy just the fellowship with other scrapbookers and learning about maybe new products or even being able to share my knowledge with them. It's always a lot of fun. And so it's where I met MK at a retreat, and her and I have become really good friends. And so we really enjoy retreating together as well and collabing together on our channels. and actually I've met quite a few of the awesome people that are that I do collabs with, or that do hops with me. Sandy Reversky, otherwise known as State Goddess, and Crystal Barrett over at Pineapple Papers. We've all retreated together, and it's been really just a lot of fun, and we've really just enjoyed it. So I hope that you, if you have never done a retreat before and you have the opportunity, I hope that you give it some thought and maybe consider going, because it's a lot of fun. Even if you don't know anyone, it can be a lot of fun. So I know it's a little scary, but it can be a lot of fun as well. So yeah, that's what I'm documenting. So go check out what everyone else is documenting, because there are a lot of people playing along today that are documenting things other than their pets and their people, and using some scrappy Valentine's type products. So now that I've told you all that, I haven't told you anything about this layout. So far I've used a bunch of product from that Elle Studio collection, and I really liked that gray. It's kind of muted and understated, and the reason I pulled in the yellow is because in the sunset at that dock there is a bunch of yellow, and in the windows at the house there is a bunch of yellow. And you might be wondering what that dock is. It is actually literally across the street from this house. Across the street, it's really a 2-lane highway, but you just go across the street and walk down the stairs, and there's this really old dock, and it is the California Delta, and it's really pretty. The sunset at night is gorgeous there, and so I just thought it was a beautiful picture to include. So I decided to ink up everything in black, and as you can see, I put a black border in. That striped paper was just a little bit too much right next to the gray, and you probably saw me kind of trying it out and trying the layers out in different formats, whether the black should be against the white paper and having the stripes next to the polka dots. But at the end of the day, I think it looks better with the black in between the two. It offsets the two patterns, and I only wanted a little bit of that striped piece showing, because I don't really want to bring in every single color that is on that striped piece, but I did want this layout to have a little pop of color. So I'm using that piece that says number 1 because this was our number 1 choice after doing much research and calling around. This was the best bang for our buck, and offered the amenities that we wanted. One of the things that we're kind of specific about is we don't really like to have to walk from our bedrooms to another room to do our scrapbooking, which a lot of the conference centers, that's what you do. We like to just be able to roll out of bed and stay in our pajamas in the same building. And so that's kind of one of our things that we kind of enjoy. And so that eliminated a lot of the retreat centers, and actually the cost of those retreat centers is really high compared to what we ended up finding this place for. So yeah, it worked out really well. I did pull out some ephemera from Pink Fresh Studio, and I'm looking for the navy blue and that buttery yellow to mustardy yellow, because I want to play on that yellow heart paper that's behind the 2 gray ephemera pieces that were cut out of that paper. It's not really an ephemera piece. It's like a 2x2 square, or yeah, it's about a 2x2 square. The number 1 and the heart. I backed them with that yellow paper, but I wanted the hearts in that yellow paper showing. And so then I just wanted to pull in some more yellows. And the reason I chose blue is because the sky in both of those photos has a lot of blue in it. And if I pulled in green, which originally I thought I'd pull in one of those squares of green that had another saying on it that was perfect as well, but I opted not to, because the green with the blue skies, it just kind of clashed and didn't look right. And so I decided not to use that. I decided just to go with what I've got here. And I'm pretty happy with the blue and the yellow together. And besides that, blue, yellow, and gray always look nice together. So I thought it would work well. Now I am making my own thickers. Again, I have pulled out this die set, and I don't have it in front of me to tell you who it is by, but it's kind of got an art deco kind of feel to it. And so I thought I would use that. The house that we're actually staying at was built in the 1940s, which I know is not necessarily exactly the Art Deco age. But it, it it definitely had some things in that building that kind of spoke to that era. The light inside the bathroom mirror had lights down each side, and they were really old looking. Actually, that bathroom is the original 1942 bathroom or something like that, 42 or 43. And so it had kind of some Art Deco feel to it to me. Anyway, I thought it was a great way to use this particular font. I really enjoy different fonts, and so when I can kind of switch it out, I think it's nice. I also needed something that was tall and narrow because I didn't have a lot of real estate there to fit the words Grand Island, and that's what I'm just calling this Grand Island Retreat. And so that is why I chose, one of the other reasons I chose that particular font. I also backed it with black foam, so it kind of stands out from the gray a little bit. It's hard to tell on screen, but in person you can definitely see it. It looks like there's a black shadow kind of behind each letter, unless you're looking at it like directly straight on, because you can see that black foam. And then I am just using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere it down, and I will end up putting my acrylic block over the entire title to kind of hold it down nice and flat while that glue sets up. It doesn't take that glue very long to set up, and it comes out of the bottle in a very fine line, which I find very handy. And so it is by far my favorite glue. It also dries clear and matte, so it doesn't leave a shiny finish or anything like that to it. So yeah, it makes me happy. It's a great glue. I highly recommend it. Now I am also doing these little tiny letters. These are from Tim Holtz, and I will put links to or if I can't find a link, I'll put the name of what they are down below in my description box if that's something that you're interested in. And those little tiny letters are like 3/8 of an inch tall. They're very small, but I did the exact same process, and I cut them out of the same foam backed patterned paper. Now I am pulling in some puffy stickers, and these are from Dear Lizzie. I think it's from She's Magic, and I pulled in this yellow and blue bird and then a yellow and blue heart. I thought I was going to use those hearts that are from Bella Boulevard on the right that were on the right hand side there, but I didn't end up using any of those. I found that I had plenty on the page. I wanted to keep it kind of simple. I am going to use this journaling stamp from the stamp market. I don't believe they make these stamps any longer. They were called Labeled, and it was spelt LABEL''D. I'll put a note as to what they are down below as well for you, but again, I don't believe they are making these anymore, but it is one of my most used stamp sets because it's very simple and plain and easy to make a journaling spot. It does look like I need to add a little bit of ink to my archival ink pad there, but that's what I just used to stamp it up. And I used 2 acrylic blocks because I don't always get a great impression if I do it directly on my desk. There is a little bit of give in the glass piece that I have on top of my desk, so if I use the acrylic behind it, it does help to support it so I get a good impression. I'm just going to add my journaling with my Muji pen, and I am going to call it a day. If you have questions or comments about this layout, please feel free to leave those down below. Again, don't forget to check out everyone who is playing along. I hope that you have enjoyed today's hop and today's layout. If you did like it, if you give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you are not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I would welcome you with open arms, and if you already are subscribed, thank you for being a subscriber. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me that you chose to watch my channel today. So thank you for that. I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.